Hello and welcome to this tutorial on budget line and budget set. Today we'll talk about what a budget line means and what is a budget set and how does a budget line move to left or right. What do we mean when we say that budget line has moved to right? What do we mean by when we say budget line has moved to left? So we'll talk on these two topics today. So let us just start with a very simple basic example. For example, we have said suppose income of a consumer is, let's say, rupees 30. And he can buy two things, A and B. A costs rupees 10 per unit. B costs rupees 5 per unit. So in these 30 rupees, he can buy two commodities A and B, A costing 10 per unit, B costing 5 per unit. Now, can we find out how many of each can he buy? The various combinations in which he can buy are, he could go ahead and buy 3 of A with 0 of B. Why 3 of A? Because 3 of A will cost him 10 into 3 30 rupees and all his resources have been exhausted and his income has been exhausted. He is left with nothing. So he cannot buy a B. He could reduce his consumption of A to 2 units. So 10 multiplied by 2. He has used 20 rupees from these 30 rupees. He's still left with 10. From these 10, he can get 2 Bs. Or he could reduce his consumption of A to 1, wherein he'll be consuming only 10 rupees, will be left with 20 rupees. So he can buy how many more Bs? 5 rupees is the rate. He can buy 4 more Bs. Or he could even bring down his consumption of A to 0. In that case, how many Bs can he buy? He is left with all 30 rupees. So at rate of 5, he can buy 6 more Bs. Now, we have various combinations available of A and B that he can buy. These combinations, when plotted on a graph, are known as budget line. So let us go ahead and plot these combinations on a graph and then we'll talk further. So here we have our graph. On x-axis, let us say it is quantity of A, y-axis, let us say it is quantity of B. First combination is 3 A's for 0 B's. 3 A's and 0 B's. Then you have 2, 2. Then there is 1, 4. 1 for A, 4 for. And last we have 0 and 6. If we join them, we get what we call budget line. Budget line. Let us go ahead and join them. So this is our budget line. Now this budget line is giving me different combinations of A and B that you can buy as a consumer. Right? You could go ahead for 0 and 6 of A and B, or you could go in for 1 and 4 of A and B. You could have gone for 2 and 2, or 3 and 0. So all these combinations are the combinations when you are using your budget completely. These all combinations are available to you when you are exhausting your available budget. And all the points that are in this area, these are also different budget sets, but these will leave you with some budget available. For example, let us take a point, this one. What is this point? Let me take this one. This point. What is this point? This point is 2, 1, indicating that I'm consuming 2 of A and 1 of B. So how much will it cost? At rate of 10. This is going as at rate of 5. This is what we took the prices to be in starting. I'll be consuming 20 rupees and 5 rupees, making it 25 rupees. But my total budget was 30 rupees. So 25 is a valid option. 2 and 1 is a valid combination of my choices for A and B, which I can buy from this budget. So this is known as a budget set. 2 and 1. The budget set is all bundles, all possible bundles which are below the budget line. Anything which is below this budget line is my budget set. All possible combinations. Can we see any more combinations in this area? A is 1, B is 3. How much does it cost me? 10 rupees, 15 rupees, making a total of 25. So the even 1 3 is a valid combination, 2 1 is a valid combination. All possible valid combinations in this area are known as budget sets. So this was the first concept of budget line and budget set. What is the budget line? This is your budget line, which represents all combination of commodities which exhaust my complete budget. I have used all my budget in these combinations. And then what is budget set? Budget set is all these values under my budget line, which are valid combinations, but they also leave a proportion of budget unutilized. For example, we saw the combinations of 2, 1, 1, 3. All these are leaving me with certain budget left. So these are all my budget sets. So this was some idea about budget sets and budget lines. Now let us see how a budget line moves to left or right. How this line will move to left to right, or it may move to left. Let us go ahead and delve into it. Now how does the budget line move? Let us check it. For that, we'll take two scenarios. We'll increase our budget. Suppose my budget becomes rupees 40, or suppose my budget becomes rupees 20. What happens in these cases? If my budget becomes 40, still A and B are priced at, this is the scenario. We have two more combinations. Earlier my budget was 30 rupees. Now my budget is 40 rupees in one case, 20 rupees in another case. Now what will be my budget line in these cases? Let us go ahead and find the values of my budget line. A and B, A and B. Now I have 40 rupees. I could buy all of A, consuming 40 rupees, left with nothing for B. Or I could consume 3 of A, making it 30 rupees, and then I'll be left with 10 rupees. So in those 10 rupees, I can take 2 of these. Or I could go with 2 A's, leaving me 20 rupees for these. Fine. So this is my budget line for a budget of 40. Let us go ahead and find out a budget line for this combination also. 20 rupees. I could buy all of this. This is my budget line. So now can I try to plot these on my graph? Let us try. Let this be A. Let this be quantity of B. What is the scenario? 3 0 for first case. 3, 0. Then we add 2 of each. Then we add 1 and 4. And lastly, we add 0 and 6. Can I draw a line over here? Here we have our budget line when my budget is 30 rupees. Now let me plot the budget line for second case. That is when my budget is 40 rupees. What are the combinations? 4 and 0. Then there is a 3 with a 2. Then there is 2 and 4. There is a 1 with a 6. And lastly, we have 0 and 8. Can we draw a line for these points to get our second budget line? Here is the line, and this becomes our second budget line. This is for a budget is equal to 40 rupees. And last one was a case where we had a budget of 20 rupees. Let us plot these ones. We have 2, 0. Then there is a 1, 2. Last is 0, 4. Can we draw a line for this budget? Here we have our another budget line. This is for a budget of 20 rupees. So these are my 3 budget lines for budgets of 30, 40 and 20. Now, what do we mean by shifting of a line? Shifting of a line, shifting of a budget line to left or to right. Now, if we go ahead and see the first line, this was our first line. This was our second line. And finally, we had this one as our third budget line. Now, when we see the first budget line and second budget line, what has happened? My budget has gone from 30 to 40. It has increased. An increase in budget gives me the capacity to buy more of the goods. Look here. Earlier for 3, I was getting 0 of B. But now for 3, I am getting 2 additional Bs. So now my capacity has increased as a result of this increase in my capacity to buy them, because my budget has increased. So with this increase in budget, I am able to buy more of A and more of B. This makes the curve shift to the right. If we have a look at the third case, where my budget has gone down from 30 to 20. So if my budget goes down, earlier with 2 A's, I was able to get 2 B's also in my first budget, in my base budget, in my standard budget. But now for 2 A's, I'm not able to buy any B's. So I have lesser money, I have lesser resources, so I can buy lesser of the goods or commodities. So because of this lesser purchasing power, we can see that budget line has shifted towards left. This is a shift towards left. So we can see as my purchasing power increases, the budget line goes to right. As my purchasing power decreases, the budget line comes to left. Now this could be a result of purchasing power also, or it could be a result of changes in prices also. For this lecture, we are not considering the effect of changes in prices. We are only considering the change in budget. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Leave your comments, queries and suggestions below, and click these cards to view more of our videos related to the video you just watched. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you have not already subscribed to. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.